Dylan Black. You know, it sounds like a chilly time, but it's for a great cause. It's the Polar Plunge, and it's happening this Saturday. With all the details right now, we say hello from the Ottawa Police Service. It's Inspector John McGetrick joining us. Hi, how are you?
Excellent, thank you.
You've been with the police services for some time.
32 years.
Congratulations on a great career.
Thank you.
How long have you been part of this event?
Since 2015.
2015.
So this is our 5th annual.
Okay, so does that mean that you are doing the plunge?
I'm first up with a Special Olympic athlete, yes.
Wow, okay, so we're going to get into how it feels. I want to know how that feels, jumping in to very frigid water. But tell us about this event. So how long has it been around for?
It's been in Ottawa since 2015.
Yes.
There's, I believe, 25 plus that we do around the province.
Okay.
And it's all for Special Olympics with law enforcement.
Okay, has it been around before we moved it to Ottawa?
Polar plunges have been around a long time. I'm not sure exactly how long Special Olympics, but certainly with Special Olympics, it's been since 2015.
Okay. All right, but as you mentioned, it happens in other communities. Right
Absolutely.
Across, and lots of money is raised for some great causes. I understand the goal this year is over $400,000 across Canada?
That would be correct, yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of cash to bring in. Okay, so your personal involvement with the event, why did you decide to jump on board?
It's, when you're a police officer, you know, your daily routine can be, it involves crisis and conflict, and that's just part of the job. When you get involved in something like this, it's just such a positive experience, and it actually gives the members of the, you know, the city, community, whatever, to see the human side of police officers. And it's just a great cause. It's such a fun event.
So how many police officers come out on this at this event?
Hard to say. Registrations are still coming in fast and furious. We're pushing 90.
Yeah.
A significant number of those would be police officers, but as many from the community as well.
Okay. Does anybody from the police force jump in like in full gear like this, or is that a no-no?
Not with full gear, but certainly with just a uniform.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. All right, so how many people do take part in this event then?
Usually, we've averaged around 100 per year.
100 per year, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So how does it work?
Well, through many generous donors in the community, we have a large waste bin. It's very sanitary. It's got two pool liners in it, some scaffolding, so you're up the stairs, into the frigid water, out and right into Algonquin College to warm up. So.
Wow, yeah, we see some video from previous polar plunges. And
that's it.
So I have to ask then, how cold is that water?
It's very cold.
Yeah.
But what I tell folks, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, they look like they're okay. They look like they survived it and they're good. Do a lot of teams get together?
Yes, there's individuals, teams. You can see 3 or 4 jumping at times. It's just a great event.
So I can see that. I mean, it can't be too bad if you're jumping in. You've got sort of teamwork going on. People are just sort of egging you on to do it together, and it's fast. It looks like 5-10 seconds.
It's very quick.
Okay. All right. So tell us about the Special Olympics and why they're so important to the police services.
Well, law enforcement across the world has chosen Special Olympics as its charity of choice. In Ontario alone last year, we raised $2.3 million. And the bottom line is, if we don't raise the money, they don't participate in sport. And it was, I think, 50 million worldwide. Wow.
So where will some of that cash go?
A high percentage, I think over 85% of all revenues go back to Special Olympics, right to the athletes, so they can travel. They participate all over the world, so it takes money to travel.
For sure. There are some expenses there. The fundraising need for Special Olympics, just to touch on it again, it's very important. I mean, it's funded usually by generous donors.
If we don't do it, they don't play. It's that simple.
Okay. As I mentioned, $400,000 hoping to be raised. Is there a limit or an amount that should be raised by each participant for the Polar Plunge?
No. We specifically decided not to have a registration fee. Folks can donate whatever they choose. And it's worked out very well. So you'll see some raising up to $2,000, some up to $100,000. Every dollar we get's a dollar we didn't have before, so we appreciate any generosity.
And it's good to mention as well, I mean, you don't always do this for incentives, but there are incentives. People raise a certain amount of money.
Yes, and they're all on the website. So
yeah, great. Tell us about some of the athletes, Special Olympians.
It's when I started this 5 years ago, or almost 5 years ago, I didn't know what to expect. Or actually, sorry, it's 8 years ago now, I should say, with actual Special Olympics. It's very humbling to see those in our, who are, facing a few more challenges in life, to be so positive, enthusiastic, dedicated, and it's quite humbling, and should be a lesson for a lot of us who may have trivial complaints about our day-to-day routine, to see how these folks persevere.
So you are actually jumping with a Special Olympian?
I jump with a Special Olympian, yeah.
Are you able to tell us about that person?
Melanie Hura, she's one of our ambassadors. She's an exceptional athlete and an exceptional speaker.
Yeah, and you're kicking it off.
We're the first two to go.
That's amazing. So how should people prepare then for something like this?
And there's no dress code. We certainly wanting to be respectful.
Yeah.
You know,
but that's what I was wondering, though. I mean, it does sound chilly. I mean, winter coats and stuff like that, probably not a good idea.
No, I mean, if you want to stick around and watch outside after, yes. But folks jump in anything from costumes to swimwear to you name it. There's a lot of creative people out there. It's worth the fun just watching that aspect of it.
What time does it get underway on Saturday?
9:30 Saturday till noon.
Yeah.
And you can pretty well plunge any time in that period. You don't have to show up at any specific time.
Polarplunge.ca. Thank you very much, Inspector, for being here today.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Best of luck. Chilly times for a great cause. More daytime coming up on Rogers TV.